Hi everyone, welcome to another After Sunset Sunday. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind. I'm glad you guys are here. I know I'm starting a little early. I just walked through the door. I've been traveling. Yeah, it's been a day. So let me know when you get here. Let me know that you're in the chat when you show up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. I greatly appreciate it. I went to Missouri to go deliver a couple of quilts. Welcome in, Patricia. Glad you are here. Thank you. We're going to be a little low energy today. I don't have a lot of energy left. I've been up since 5:15 my time. Welcome in, Laura. Welcome. Glad you're here. So we got home and my thermostat is set to 68 degrees and it's already blowing heat. I'm just going, no, I'm not ready for this. Welcome in, Kathy. Welcome. Yeah, I hit the door and immediately went to strip off my 2-day-old clothes and change clothes into something a little less road worn. I'll put it that way. So I'm in my pajamas. I'm basically in pajamas. I don't normally wear long sleeves to bed, but I do wear them to hang out and all of that. So I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, so I went to Missouri. We stayed near Kansas City, the north side of Kansas City, to go deliver 2 quilts. One is for my great niece who was born 4 weeks ago, and the other is for my sister-in-law who will get hers over the Thanksgiving holidays. So she will be visiting my nephew and his wife and their kids and spending Thanksgiving with them. So she'll pick up her quilt then. So I will be able to show you guys pictures with the December show and tell. So you guys will get to see pictures of the 2 quilts I just delivered. Laura says, I'm in my PJs too. It's a pajama party. Yes. Kathy is too. Yay. Gotta love pajamas. And these are, so like the top is like flat color. And then the bottoms are like stripes. Welcome in, Judy. Welcome in, Katie. Glad you're here. I'm going to check one thing real quick. I saw something in the Facebook group on my way home, and I saw it just briefly, and I want to know who I'm looking for. Oh, awesome. I love that, Chloe. Chloe, I don't know if you're here, but oh my gosh. Glenda, fantastic picture. Oh my gosh, I'm loving these. Let me see. I'm looking for one very specific. Okay, Judy, you are in the chat. Your tree of life. Do you, have you looked at it to make sure everything is turned the way you want it to be, or the way that Cotton Cut said for it to be, or do you want to leave it with your unique setting? I'm not going to say you have to change anything, so please don't change anything. Welcome in, Judy. She says she's in PJs too. I love it. Thank you, Katie. She says y'all hit that thumbs up like button to help Tammy out. Thank you, Melina. She says, hi, Tammy. Welcome in. So we are going to do some sewing. We're not going to do a lot of sewing, but we are going to do some sewing. Welcome in, Chloe. I just mentioned you 2 seconds ago. I really wasn't sure. It's the top and the bottom. So she says, I messed up one corner. I think I'm leaving it. Yeah. So yeah, if that's fine, I just want to make sure that you knew that I saw it. But it's fine to leave it. Either way, I just didn't want you to get it long armed or do the long arming and then have regret for it. So that's what I was worried about. Awesome. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. It looks unique. I love that it looks unique. Chloe says, I would, Judy. It looks great. Yes, absolutely. Kathy says, no sewing here, just trying to survive at the moment. I am kind of with you at the moment, Kathy. I really am. Um, so, after visiting with my nephew and his wife, um, so we went to Cracker Barrel and had a Cracker Barrel dinner, and I have not had my the dish that I had. I have not seen. Someone else saw it, and you're debating. Yeah, if it is fine to leave it because you do have it on both corners on the same side. So I would leave it if you don't want to rip it out. But if you do want to rip it out, I want to make sure you had that opportunity to do it. So, yeah, don't rip it out because I said something. Only rip it out if that's not what you wanted. Kathy says, after our live Thursday, I've been in the recliner just trying to keep breathing. Yeah, so Thursday, Kathy and I sat and chatted for a little bit after I got off of here. And guys, I barely had anything packed. My husband got home and he's like, well, you need to eat. And it took 30 minutes for dinner to be ready. And so I was up for another hour and a half to 2 hours after the live Thursday night. And then I'm the one taking the first driving shift. And I got us all the way into Nebraska. I think what I did was like 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. Well, he slept. My husband could not sleep Thursday night. But I did the first 4.5 hours. And then I woke him up and said, you have either got to wake up or you have got to or you've either got to wake up and keep me awake or you've got to take over. Let's see. Everybody's asking if you are okay, Kathy. Patricia's asking, oh no, Kathy, are you okay? Sorry to hear that, Kathy. Please rest up, says Chloe. Yeah, absolutely rest up. Do not hurt yourself. There's a lot of weather, a lot of asthmatic stuff going on. I think it's turned to pneumonia again. Oh no. Praying not, but headed back to the doctor tomorrow again. Yes, please do, Kathy. Please do. Can't have you coughing and not feeling fantastic. That is not cool. So not cool. But yeah, so I stayed for like another 2 hours after the live Thursday, and then my alarm was set for 1:30 in the morning. So we were on the road by 2:30. So we stopped and got ice. We don't have an ice machine, so we can't just like make a whole bunch of ice. And so by 2:30 we were leaving out, and we made it in time. And got to go have dinner and spent time at Cracker Barrel. Spent like 2 hours sitting at Cracker Barrel, but it was good time spent. Very good time spent. And then got to go see the teenager play a basketball scrimmage the following morning at our high school, and got to get a little bit more immersed in their lives and, talked with them more and all. So it was really a good visit. We really had a blast. And they're planning to come out here, so we'll see what they can work out and see if they can get everything lined up to come visit. We're hoping that it'll be this upcoming summer. But while we were there, somewhere around, I don't know, maybe, an hour outside of Kansas City, I said, Tom asked me something about, if there was any place I wanted to go or anything I wanted to do. I said, the only thing in Missouri that I know of that I want to go visit that we haven't, because we've been to Branson before. I said, so the only thing that I can think of that I'd want to go visit, like especially on this short end notice, would be Missouri Star. And I said, but I don't know where they are. And so he looks up and he's like, oh, that's only like 40 minutes away, like 40 miles away. Spoiler, it was like an hour away from where we were in Kansas City. But we took a detour. So after the scrimmage on Saturday, we went up to Missouri Star. And I will be honest, I really needed to prepare better for going to Missouri Star. If you've never been, I know a lot of you, or a couple of you commented that you've never been to Missouri Star. If you've never been to Missouri Star, I would plan it to be a full day thing. Just a full day. Set your budget of what you're willing to spend. Make yourself a shopping list of things that you want to get that are like high priority for you, and set yourself a things that you didn't think you wanted or things you didn't know that they had spending list. Like make yourself 3 different budgets. Make yourself a I need these budget. Make yourself a these are my giftables, or these are things that I'm keeping for myself or for somebody else. And then these are my, I really didn't know they had these. These are really cool. Kathy says, I've heard it is the whole town. It's pretty expansive. So I brought back the map somewhere. I have the map. It says Quilt Town on the front. Welcome to Quilt Town, USA. And there is also the J.C. Penney, the founder of J.C. Penney, his boyhood home is there. We did not go in. I don't know if it was open. I think it was, but we didn't go in to go look at that. But the J.C. Penney Museum is also in town. But it is, according to the website, it is only Monday through Friday. So because we were there on a Saturday, we couldn't go. No joke, there are 19 shops currently that are Missouri Star. So you can go eat at, like, you can go eat breakfast, go take your time through 3 or 4 of them, go back and eat lunch, or go to another little diner or whatever and eat lunch. And then the whole other block is both sides. They have a lot of shops. Laura says, I was there for their birthday bash. I was there for 3 days. I didn't set a budget, and oh boy, I should have, because before I knew it, I spent way too much. Don't get me wrong, I love everything, but wow. So I don't know, was the butcher shop open when you got there? If not, the butcher shop is new. And it is absolutely, like, it looks spanking new. It looks spanking new. Yeah, it kind of definitely is the whole town, because there's really not a lot to the town aside from what Missouri Star owns. I mean, there's restaurants that are not owned by Missouri Star, but they are on the map. They are on the Missouri Star map, so they're helping promote all of these restaurants in town. There's local businesses, like there's a jeweler, there's an event center, there's a golf course, there's a Methodist church and a Federated church, there's a Dollar General, there's a general store. If you want to go to the reservoir, there's a reservoir nearby. But the majority of the town is literally Missouri Star. Oh, awesome. Chloe is wishing you a speedy recovery, Kathy. Laura says the butcher shop was there, but her favorite shop was the original one and the Santa and Christmas shop. So I did like the Santa shop. Don't get me wrong. I did like the main shop. The main shop, if you go in there first, you kind of get a taste of what every shop has in it. So, if you are going to, let's say, an ice cream parlor, and you want to look at all of the flavors before you buy a flavor, or you want to sample flavors, that is what the main shop is really good for. Kathy says, thank you, Chloe. I'm guessing it's just the weather having menopausal movements is called. Yeah, probably. The weather is doing crazy stuff. I am going to be stopped up and sniffly and sinus drainage for the next 3 or 4 days, because we are a dry climate here, and it was definitely not a dry climate in Missouri. Like, I could feel the humidity in the air. My hair could feel it too. My hair is a mess. There was no sense in trying to wash it and try to dry it and straighten it. There was no sense in any of that, because it was Missouri ruined me. Kathy says the Santa Christmas shop sounds like my kind of place. Yes. So okay, so I bought stuff at the main shop. My husband actually bought more than I did at the main shop. They have their Christmas Village right now is 50% off. I don't know if that's available online, so I can't answer, but that was what we saw when we were there Saturday. The Christmas Village pieces were 50% off. So there's the main shop. There's like all of these different shops and buildings as part of the Missouri Star Christmas Village. They do have Jenny and Ron sitting on a park bench. They have signs and things like that. Those you might be able to add to a different size village. They are 1/24th scale. So they are a lot bigger than a lot of what my husband already has for Christmas Village, but he wanted Christmas Village, so he got Christmas Village. But he got all this quilt shop Christmas Village, which is really impressive. Really impressive. So, but he bought more. Laura says, Chloe is definitely in my bucket list. Yeah, it absolutely. If you have the chance to spend at least half a day visiting Missouri Star, if you don't have like a specific thing that you want to buy, spend at least half a day there. Whether you come in and you eat breakfast, shop until lunch, call it a day after lunch, or you come in at lunch and spend until everything closes at 5. That's an option too. They're only open Monday through Saturday, so Sunday is definitely a good travel day. But there's so much to see in every different shop. So the mercantile is like the reproduction prints. They had things that I have seen So Blessed by Jess mention that are on her list, like Laura Deal, and a couple of other things like prairie sampler kind of things. That was kind of the feel of mercantile. Florals was everything floral. So all of the fabrics in there were absolutely floral themed, floral inspired, floral quilts, floral embroidery. Floral is in there. It was in that shop. Laura says that she went with her BFF of 45 years. She doesn't sew at all. She liked it, but wasn't as excited as I was about everything. No, they aren't. Now, my husband was actually as excited as I was for some of the shops. The Santa one, the Christmas shop, absolutely. He was all over that. He was all over that. Let's see, what was 13? That was the retreat center. We didn't go in. Santa's sewing shop is the next one that I went into, and then Quilted Home. So some of these, when you go into them, there is a back passage to the next shop. So you can go into Santa's sewing shop in there, and then you don't even have to leave the building. You don't have to go out through the front. You can go back behind and go into the Quilted Home. And so, like, there was finished pillows, there was finished items. So in the Christmas shop, there was ornaments, Christmas fabric, tree skirts, tree skirt patterns. I mean, if you were looking to deck out your entire home in nothing but Christmas, the Christmas shop has it. Absolutely, hands down, has it. It was fantastic. I saw an ornament. I picked it up, looked at it, and didn't pick it up to get it because I thought my husband was going to get it because he was watching me, and he didn't get it. So I'm a little bummed that we did not get that. But at least now I have something on my wish list for Missouri Star. The accessories and such. I went in that shop. Let me show you what I got. Oh, you know what? Let me see where I'm at. Okay. And in case you guys wonder, I did get a flat chuck. He is not a sticker. I thought he was going to be a sticker, but he's just cardstock. So I do have a little flat chuck now. Let me pull this stuff out. Hang on. And every shop you go into, and we filled up several bags just because some of our things were bulky. You get a shopping bag. So this is a larger one. This is a smaller one. And then there's, I think, one bigger than this maybe. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say that there's one bigger than this. Because I think that's what the Christmas stuff ended up in. So I got a pattern for an adventure sling bag. And they actually, in the accessories and such building, in that little shop, they have not only the patterns for bag making, but they have the clips, they have the webbing, they have the zippers, they have the vinyl, they have the elastic, they have all of the stuff that you need for constructing a whatever bag. And they've got color coordinated things. They really do. So I'm going to make mine. I'm going to make at least one. I only bought enough webbing for one. So pardon that. But instead of coming home and having to look for things and having to figure out if I had everything I needed, they went ahead. I have the parachute clips. That I bought there. I have black webbing because what I'm looking to make is I need it kind of to be understated. I don't need it to be flashy. So I went with black. And then they had a sale on the fancy zippers. I bought most of them, so there's not that many left. But the fancy zippers that were in the accessories and such building were 75 cents. It's either 50 cents or 75 cents. Like, they were insanely cheap. And they're normally $3 for the fancy ones. But I got black and I got pink. And these have little cutouts on them. That's what makes them a fancy zip. They do have these in different colors. Also in the butcher shop. In, like, the Notions area. And those have... trying to think of what they have. They have flat check on them. So the little cutouts. Chloe says that she has some fancy zippers. Yeah, I got this. This black one has diamonds on it. And this one has, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a pin cushion. It almost looks like rabbit ears. I'm not sure. And my chat disconnected, guys, so I don't know if I missed something, so I do apologize. This one has this one has scissors on it. So, like, they're different designs. Welcome in, Jess. She says, hello, friends in the chat. Welcome, welcome. I am showing some of what I came home with from Missouri Star. If you have not been there, your Kim Deal and... I think that's Kim Deal, right? The primitive things and things like that are in the Mercantile building. So if you go, Mercantile is where you're going to want to spend your time. They have you covered. They have you covered. So I got all of that to do that pattern, that bag pattern, the sling bag. And the nice thing is they had this bag made. So they had it in their fabrics or things that they had already. They had it made up already, so I could try it on and see if it was the right kind of bag for me, for what I want. And it was perfect. Perfect size, perfect weight, perfect, everything about it. So I knew that I could get this pattern and it would be exactly what I'm looking for. So that was kind of nice, especially about being at Missouri Star, is that they had things already made up. So I didn't have to guess whether or not that was going to be the match to what I needed. I already knew it was going to be the match to what I needed. So I went in there, and then we went across to the Penny's quilt shop. And I don't remember, I think I was too tired by the time we got there. So I don't quite remember. We didn't buy anything in Penny's quilt shop. I mean, I remember going through there, but I don't, like, nothing jived for me into my memory, so I don't know what I missed. So I probably missed things. We did go over, and I went to License to Sew, which is downstairs. And then the machine shed is next door to that, and Man's Land is next door to that. So when they say that they have like a man cave, they're not joking. There was like 2 lines of recliners, a big screen TV. There was fishing gear. There was football. There was basketball gear. It was well done. It was well done. But they have recliners, guys. If you need to take a load off your feet while you're doing all this shopping, go over to the man zone and just go sit. They are so stinking comfortable. I sat there for like 5 minutes, and my husband was like, aren't you going to finish your shopping? I said, I will, but I'm enjoying this too. But I got to leave him while I went upstairs. Welcome in, Alicia. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So I got, one thing that I got that I'm going to try out and tell you guys how I like it. One thing that they had was from Rob Appel. It's designed by Rob Appel, and it's the Shark Applicutter. And I got replacement blades. This has a 14 millimeter rotary blade. I mean, super, super tiny blade. I mean, there's my finger behind it. It is super, super tiny. But it's designed, let me make sure I'm holding this so I don't drop it. It is designed for you to literally sit here and use it like a pen and roll around and cut applique and cut other curved and small items without having to fight with it. So it is designed for that, and it does come with a cover. And again, I bought a 2-pack of replacement blades. So I'm going to try this thing out and tell you guys if I like it or not. But this is something that I picked up. And then one other thing that I picked up, and this is like the be all and end all, guys. Okay, you guys know I like purple. You guys know I really, really like purple. In the Fabric Barn, or the Fabric Market, which is where the butcher shop is, you can pick your color of magic clips. Guys, I loaded up an entire bag of just purple magic clips. And my husband looked at me, he's like, are you going to get any of these? I said, I really don't need any. He's like, but they do have purple. I was like, huh. Do I need purple? I need purple. So I loaded myself up an entire bag of purple magic clips. So they have them in clear, teal, orange, yellow, red, I think. I didn't take a picture of it, but you can, it's literally, you scoop like you scoop out candy at one of those old time stores. So I scooped out scoops of plastic, or scoops of purple magic clips. So I have an entire bag of just purple. So I can sit there, and if I am having a bad day, instead of going to my multicolored, clips or whatever, I can go pull my purple ones. So I did get that. I did get a couple of other things. I did get a t-shirt, but I can't show you guys that yet. You guys will end up seeing it. And I have been wanting to try magic pins. I've got the numbered ones that are numbers and letters. I've got those, and they're the normal quilting pins. But I do those angel gowns with the satin and the very, very fine materials. And so I had been dying to try them. So I bought a pack of these small, super fine ones, the extra fine ones. So I'm going to give them a try when I work on angel gowns. I did also get a thread picker. Not that I haven't seen these in other places, but I, had the money, had the husband with the card. So yeah, I went ahead and picked these up. And it's a sponge on the back, sponge like fabric material, like loofah almost on the back. And you just roll it over whatever you need to get threads off of, and it's supposed to pick them off. So we're going to try it and see. Chloe says, I love magic pins. I'm using them now. I have not swapped because I have pins still left over. So as I start swapping, I'll probably swap it. Alicia says, I use Magic Extra Fine pens for my piecing. I love them. Yeah, that's what these are. These are the extra fine, the 0.4 millimeters. I think, honestly, that the quilting pens and the regular or whatever, I think all of those are so big. I'm just not used to pens being that big and that thick, and I feel like it distorts things for me. So I really do like the very extra small size of them. So we're going to see how well that works. And then I picked these up for me. Not that I need extra zipper bags for anything, because I really don't. I really don't need them. This one has the stars of the states. So this is Alabama up here. That's the Alabama star. And then when you flip it over, the Wyoming one is down here. So, and my chat keeps getting disconnected, guys. So if I do miss something, it's not intentional. It's probably my internet connection. But so this big one is the stars for the states. And it's not lined, but it's like the plasticky material, like the recycled plastic. And then the other one that comes with it, that's a smaller one, is the national parks. And it's the same 10 stars on the front and on the back. So it's like, it's double-sided, but it's the same thing on both sides. So I didn't need them, but I wanted it. So I picked that up. Welcome in, Andrea. She says, howdy, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. I've just been going over my haul from Missouri Star. So I don't know where my dog went either. I don't know where he went. So this I'm going to give you guys a review of once I've used it. This is that Shark applicator. And then I'll also give you guys a review about how easy this bag is to make. This adventure sling bag. When I put it on, I can put it on this way where it like drapes across. There we go, drapes across me. Or I can put it on as a waist pouch. And I think it would be the perfect size for what I need. And so we're going to see. We're going to see how easy it is to make and how many times I have to redo seams or whatever. But it doesn't require a lot of fabric. I think it's a 1/4 yard for your exterior fabric, a 1/2 yard for your lining, because there's a pocket in there as well. There's some interfacing, and then you use a fat 1/4 for your bias binding. So, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And then you need 2 zippers. And I can always trim my zippers to size, so I wasn't worried about buying bigger zippers than what I need. And I can go look at, like, Hobby Lobby if I need to change out a zipper so it's, more the size that I need versus cutting off on one of the fancy zippers. But they were on sale, so you can't beat the price. Oh... But I normally take, welcome in, William. Glad you are here, sir. Laura says that she's really interested in the Shark cutter. I almost bought it, but didn't. Then I got home and wished I purchased it. If you like it, we'll go on my wish list. Yes, absolutely. So Katie, you have missed me going over my experience at Missouri Star Quilt Town, the Missouri Star shops. But it is easy to go replay. That will be a replay because my brain is fried right now. We have been on the road. So it is 8:30 here, or 8:24 here. I have been on the road since 5:30 30 here. We've been on the road a long time. We got stuck in some bad traffic. Awesome, Chloe. She says that she is working on clue 2 of Andrea's mystery quilt. William, Katie sent you a private message. There's something else I was going to show you guys. There's something else. Oh, I know what it was. Okay. Katie, since you are here, if you ever get the chance and you're going to go to Missouri Star, I could not stop looking at everything in the Batik Boutique. They actually have a shop that is nothing but batiks. Oh my gosh. Like, I could not. I told my husband, he was walking through that. Awesome, Katie. She says that her and Jess are going to test the same pattern from Andrea. I am looking forward to seeing that. I really am. But yeah, so we went into the Batik Boutique, and I looked at my husband and I said, okay, anything in this shop you can buy me. Anytime you were looking for something to buy me, this is the shop to shop in, because there's nothing in here that you could go wrong with. Like any of the other shops, you might find something to go wrong with. This shop you can't. So Batik Boutique. She says she wants to see Missouri Star Quilt Company and the boutiques. Yes, Batik Boutique is your shop. What else did I... Okay, I spent a lot of time in the machine shed. So in the machine shed, they do have sewing machines. They also have machine accessories. I didn't really look closely at all the machines, so don't come at me for the machines. I was already exhausted by the time we were getting there. I did not take my walker or my wheelchair on this trip, you guys. So I was literally, as I'm going through these shops and getting further into the trip, I am having to sit places, and I am having to hold on to shelves and walk slowly. Welcome in, Pam. Glad you are here. So I was literally holding on to shelves, guys. So my stamina was shot, completely shot. I went through the first 3 stores. I went through the main, I went through Mercantile and the Florals, and I was shot by then. I was so toast. So every time I got a chance to sit, I was sitting. Every chance I got to hold on to something, I was holding on to something. So my brain power to process everything is a little off. The machine shop also has your rulers. It also has so it has the machine accessories, but it also has like odds and ends of things. So those pins that I bought, they had every stinking size of magic pins that I have ever seen anywhere. The numbered and lettered ones, they have them. But the magic pins I bought obviously came from Missouri Star, but they had every other size too. So I could literally sit there and compare them. When I've gone into Joann's and they have magic pins, I think they might have 2 packs. They don't have a whole bunch of different things. They just have like the 2 packs of pins or whatever. In Missouri Star, you can actually sit there and compare the different sizes of magic pins to each other. Oh, you're fine, Andrea. She says howdy to everyone who said howdy and howdy to those who didn't. I was a bit distracted, but she's here now. No worries, Andrea. No worries. But so in the machine shop, you can compare the different sizes of magic pins. They also have the fork ones, which I really don't find a need for. She said a lot of people do like those. I said, nah, I'm good. That would be a lot for me to adjust to. But the like the Caterpillar, if you guys have heard of or seen it somewhere, they do have that as well. And I think they have a Missouri Star version of it. I didn't look so closely because I was so tired by the time I was getting there. But like anything you want to try out or test or something, somebody in that machine shop has already, or machine shed has already tested it, and can guide you. They are absolute experts on that. They are fantastic. They were running embroidery while I was sitting there, or while I was in there. And it's right next door to the man cave. So the husband got to go sit while I'm standing and tiring myself out more. But it was worth it. Katie says, William must be watching hockey, right? So they didn't have it turned on when I was there, and I didn't ask them to. Yeah, Laura, it is definitely a ton of walking. I really did need my wheelchair in there. I will be honest. I was hurting so much by the time I was done, that I was not even safe to drive us the 30 minutes to our hotel. Like, we stayed in Cameron, I believe. Yeah, Cameron. I was not safe to drive. That's how exhausted I was. And usually I can drive my vehicle because I have everything set up specifically for what I need. And I could not drive it. I was that toasted. So I was looking at it a little bit. I was looking at Caterpillar a little bit. My friend here in town is wanting one. But I got to thinking about it because I saw before I went, I saw pictures of it online, and I've seen it. I've seen people demonstrate it at quilt shows and things like that, through like YouTube channels. I haven't seen it in person like that, and I think it's a great concept, but I'm not sure that it would work for me. And if you have a sensitivity to LEDs, which I occasionally do, I'm worried that might be a problem. So that was kind of our concern. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Puppy is now getting to decompress after the trip. So he's a little bit of doing the OCD stuff. Laura says, I picked up a couple of Quilt As You Go templates there to try them out. They were 50% off the time. Oh, that's the things to buy. I seriously, guys, I so thought about buying the Charm Square packs that were on sale on Saturday when I was there. I so looked at them. I was going, at that price, I could buy two, and it's only like $6.25 a charm pack. I'm thinking that's really not a bad deal at all, and I really should just go ahead and buy it. But I talked myself out of it. I don't know how I do that, but I did. So, but they do have daily deals too. Jess says, Katie, I'm a North Carolina Hurricane hockey fan. Awesome. I do not understand hockey. Somebody's got to teach me hockey. Laura says that she looked at the Caterpillar system, but yikes, it's expensive. It is. And my concern, like I said before, my concern is that it would be a novelty, and that it wouldn't be something that I would use all the time. And that's kind of where I'm at also with the Stripology rollers. I don't have anyone here that has one, that has brought one to where I am, so that I can use it and play with it and see if that's what I really want to get. Because I don't know that I would use it, but I've so thought about it so many times. Like the extra large one is on. Awesome, Jess, that is fantastic. She says, Tammy, I'll bring you to a game. It'll be fun. Perfect. Yeah, we got to figure out the traveling though. I think the Denver team has got some stuff. So if you're coming out this way, that'd be less driving. Katie says that she's never been to a hockey game, but I bet it'd be fun to watch. Probably. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I bet. Stripology is fabulous. See, I thought it is. I thought it would be, but I'm sitting there thinking, I really don't, see, I don't know where I would store it. Like, once I get done using it, I don't know where I'm going to store it. That is one of my big concerns with it, is it is so big. I did look at the Stripology squared ruler, so it's a smaller ruler. And so I think that might be what I go with, but I'm not sure. I'm so not sure yet. Oh no, Patricia says that she's probably the only person who does not care for Stripology, bought one and hardly use it. See, that's what I'm worried about. I am so worried that I will buy it and I won't fall in love with it. I'm so tempted because I do cut a lot of the same sizes of strips when I cut strips, but I'm usually, I don't know if it would be faster to use Stripology or not, or if that would be more hassle to me. So I'm not sure. Andrea says that she loves her Stripology. It's changed the game for her. I can cut straight strips and squares. Laura says that she loves her Stripology. She has the extra large. And Andrea says that she has the large one and would not go smaller. Pam says that she likes hers but doesn't use it a lot. They came out with an expensive hard shell bag to store it. See, yeah, I don't know. Yes, Kathy, please. She says, well, guys, I'm decking out. Got to get some rest. Yes, please get rest. Please. I need you on Thursday. Please. William says, hockey is my favorite sport. See, you guys have got to teach me. You guys have got to teach me. I was not exposed to hockey growing up. I was not exposed to it. I was exposed to... Kathy says that she has the extra large Stripology and love it. Use it all the time. Awesome. Yeah, you're going to have to show me sometime, but you got to get well. So go rest. Go rest. I insist. Please go. Bye. Go rest, Kathy. I'm getting candy. Not that I need it after all this trip. Because you guys know, when you travel, you eat junk. You absolutely eat junk. We did good. We packed Lunchables. Alicia says that she bought a strip ruler by Quilt Cut brand. I like it, but they are so big, and I don't like that. See, that's what I'm worried about with the Stripology, too, is that it'll be too big. I won't have a place to put it. Andrea says that she uses hers every day, so it's well worth the price. Got hers from a fan for her birthday, so did not pay for it, but would happily buy one. Awesome. Laura says, I love going to hockey games, but don't like watching them on TV. See, now that's the thing. That is totally a thing. I'm trying to find the polite way to put this. Because there's got to be a polite way to put this. I will watch baseball in person, but on TV, sometimes I am so distracted by other things that I don't watch it. And it's not that I don't like baseball, because I love baseball. I wouldn't have married an umpire if I didn't like baseball. But baseball is so much better in person. Absolutely so much better. But I can watch it on TV if I have to. Like if I can't go to the stadium, or it's an important game or something. Like if something's going on and I need to watch baseball in person or watch baseball on TV, I can do it. I might be a little distracted, but I can do it. I cannot watch basketball on TV. I can watch basketball in person. I can follow the game in person. It makes sense to me in person. I used to cheerlead for basketball. I can follow basketball in person. Guys, my great niece plays basketball. I am struggling to watch games on YouTube. I'm struggling. And I don't know what it is about watching basketball on TV. Maybe it's the buzzers. Maybe it's the shoes, the squeaky of the shoes. It just does not feel real to me, I guess, is the problem. And I just don't know. Andrea says that she stores her ruler, we're talking about the Stripologies, standing up between two pieces of cardboard and is skinny enough to fit between the wall and my sewing table. See, that's kind of my thing too. I don't really have a good spot to store it, like at all. Like there's really just not a good spot. So that's, I think, why I was looking at the smaller one, because I do fold my fabric over. So folding it over, it should work. But, I don't know. Pam says that she was office manager for FM Ice Sharks AAA team for one season. Game days were wonderful. Hockey is the only sport I like. See, I need somebody to explain hockey to me. Alicia says there's not enough happening for me in baseball. I can watch basketball in person on TV, listen on the radio. I love basketball. See, I am not. Gosh, TV is hard enough on me. Listening on the radio for basketball, forget it. It is as exciting to me on the radio as the Dow Jones Industrial Report and what the price of beef and seed and corn and all of that is going for right now. Like, it is so hard. It is so hard on me. Oh, it is so hard. I can watch football on TV and I can watch it in person. I actually do better with football on TV versus in person, but I can watch it in both. Like, I can understand it on both. Basketball is definitely an in-person sport for me. So hockey, I'm assuming because it's also that stadium arena kind of feel, is probably going to be best in person. Baseball. Okay. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. For those who do not know, my husband is a baseball umpire. Or has been a baseball umpire for 30 plus years. He is teaching baseball umpiring. He has swapped from being on the field. He doesn't need to be on the field physically. It's too much on his back right now. So he can't be out on the field all the time now. But he is a baseball umpire. I cannot tell you how many games I have been to in the last almost 8 years. We will have been married. Is it 8 years? Oh my gosh. Was it 7? 7? No. Darn. We got married in 2017. So yes, we will be married 8 years in January. In 8 years, I cannot tell you how many baseball games I've been to because there have been that many. I have gone to tournament weekends. I have gone to 2 and 3 game, like tournament, like back to back, like doubleheader kind of games. I've been to SEC baseball. I have been to you name it. Baseball, I have been to it. I've been to Little League all the way up. Okay. And I didn't get baseball when I was a kid. I did not get it. Like, it didn't make sense to me from a kid's perspective watching it when I was a kid. I went to baseball games when I was a kid, but I really didn't understand it that much. But it was less expensive to get into baseball than it was to get into football. So we got to go to baseball games, especially with like our church and religious organizations and all. Being married to an umpire puts a whole new spin on watching baseball. I am not sitting there watching the pitcher. I'm not sitting there watching the batter. I'm not sitting there watching most of the players in the field. I am watching all of the umpires. And it is a totally different sport when you watch from that perspective. It has completely ruined my perspective on baseball. But I can stay glued to baseball because I am watching the umpires. And I think that may be why TV doesn't work very well, because they don't tend to show the umpires as much. But I literally can sit there and critique the umpires on what they are doing or not doing that they should be doing or should not be doing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm a little spoiled when it comes to baseball. Oh gosh, Katie, congratulations. She says that their 14th wedding anniversary is approaching fast. That's awesome. Andrea says that she just finished clues 9, 10, and 11 today. How many clues are there total, Andrea? How long do I have to catch up with? You gotta let me know if I'm going to be able to catch up. How long do I have? Like, I need another project. I really, really don't need another project. But if I get another project, because there are some of your patterns I really want, it would be awesome to have access to them. Yeah. Sidetrack. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. 42 clues? There's 42 clues? Or 42 years wedding anniversary? Please tell me it's 42 years wedding anniversary and not 42 clues to your quilt. Oh, don't panic me. Please do not panic me. I am going to sew a little bit while we chat because I have got to touch fabric tonight. I have just got to touch touch fabric. Chloe says, Tammy, you're super fast. You could do it. I know I'm fast, but I probably could do it. The giveaway is around Christmas, so the quilt must be done by then. Okay. We will see. I will not make any promises, but that is more positive than I was before. So we will see. Oh, this print is weird, you guys. This is like a white on white print, but the back side shows up more than the front, and I can tell that it's the back side. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the deal is. So these are some more of the half square triangles from Land That I Love. I'm just going to sew half square triangle units, and then I'm going to sew the snowball corners a little bit till I get to the next step, so I can get this set done. I will be working on this again Thursday, so but I got 2 Thursdays to go. Is that right? 2 Thursdays? Oh my gosh. I don't have a lot of Thursdays left. I need to get to cutting. I need to cut some more of these. I do not have enough cut. 42 clues. Each clue is a block. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. You're talking I have to have brain power. Okay. I do not have brain power tonight. I will not commit to anything when I am this tired. I will not commit to anything. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. So yeah, so my husband got part of his Christmas because he got the Christmas Village stuff. And then I got my Christmas, basically was going to Missouri Star Quilt Company. And then, you know, the little bits that I bought and such. I already emailed out all 42 clues, so if you're serious about doing it, you need to email me so I can add you to the email group. Okay. I don't know if I am yet. You're going to have to give me probably to the end of this week. Let me see how I'm doing by the end of this week. I have, okay, so I have to submit an application. I am being asked to become the 4-H leader for sewing. So I have to submit an application for that process to get started. So I've got to get all that in by the end of this week because next week is Thanksgiving week. So I have to get that in soon if I want to be starting on this stuff in January. And so that is going to be a priority in addition to getting up to speed completely on the temperature quilt. I am still not completely up to speed where I need to be able to write that pattern between Christmas and New Year's. So we're going to have to see. But I will know by the end of the week. The squares are 2.5 inches and it is an easy sew. Okay. Well, that part I can do. The 2.5 inches in the easy sew. It's the committing to cutting the 2.5 inches and having all the fabrics and yeah, all of that. That is where my commitment is right now. If I have somebody cut my 2.5 inch squares for me, then I can definitely participate. But I don't know that I can. So that's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. I've got to have free moments in my schedule, and I right now do not. So I'm trying. I really want to. I'm trying. I promise. I promise. I promise. I'm definitely trying. So let's see. What else am I doing? What else am I doing? So we've got Tuesday night. And I think I will have some updates for you guys Tuesday night. Don't quote me on that, but we'll do something Tuesday night. Even if we just sew a little bit, we will at least do something Tuesday night. I may pull out an old project, or I may pull out something that you guys haven't seen yet that I was gifted. So we may see what's going on. Do I have the AccuQuilt dier for 2.5 inch? I don't know if I do or not. I think I have it for 3 inch. I don't think I have it for 2.5. Pam says that she's behind too. This week I was so wiped out from surgery. I feel like all I did was sleep and back to work this week half time. Can't make it the whole days. Oh gosh, Pam, you were a trooper trying to do anything on top of having had surgery. I can't imagine. I know that I would not be in any shape to do any of that. I don't think I do for 2.5 inch. You know what? I don't think I do. Let me see. Let me see what I've got. Grand prize live access. I know. The access to the patterns. That's what I want. Let me see if I've got the 2.5. I don't think I do though, guys. Because I have a lot of other things. But I don't think that that's what I've got. Let me see what's on this one. That might be. If it's on the value die, I have it that way. But I don't know what size that is. Let me see what these others are. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6.5. Okay, so if it's on the value die, then I do. But if it is not on the value die, I don't have a 2.5 inch. Oh, rolling on the floor, laughing my off. Okay. If it's not on the value die, then I don't. Let me see what's on the value die. Let's see if AccuQuilt will give me access to see what is on the value die. Because I've had that so long. Let's see. Value. No thanks. I don't need the pop-up. Value die. Is that what I have? It looks similar to it, but it's laid out differently now. I think it is that cut size 2, 2.5 inch wide. Triangles, 1, 2.5 by 2.5. Okay, so yes, I do have a 2.5 inch square on my value die. That is the only die that I have that has it. Oh my gosh. Laura says that she hasn't been able to accomplish anything this week. My brother-in-law is still in the hospital. It's been a week now, and he's wanting to get a needle biopsy for a 10 centimeter tube, or waiting to get the biopsy. They think it's cancer. I'm surprised that they have been waiting this long to do his biopsy. I am very surprised. I'm very shocked. That is not very cool of them to make him wait like that. That is nerve-wracking to be waiting. I could not imagine. Could not imagine. Welcome in, Mona. She says, hi, Tammy. Hi, everyone. Hi, William. Andrew says it's okay. Just feeling... Oh, you're fine. I knew you were. I knew you were. Oh, my gosh. This print is definitely... show up on both sides, isn't it? Okay, that is not... This one doesn't show up as well, but... This one, I definitely had it wrong side up. I think that's... Okay, that is... Alright. This print is definitely going to be one I'll have to watch. Thankfully, I only have 4 blocks with it. So, at least for this round. I may be using this in the red, or I may be using it for another blue block. I don't know yet. Yeah. So I do have a 2.5 inch die cutting thing, but you realize that all of my scraps, aside from what I have collected in the last maybe 3 weeks, is all stuck behind. Stuck behind the decorations that I did not do. And guys, he is already planning Christmas. I have no idea what he's got planned, but he's already planning Christmas. Laura says apparently they have had too many emergencies. If he booked it as an outpatient, it would be 2 months. Oh my gosh. They can't treat it until they know for sure what it is. Yeah, true. Mona, Kathy has already gone home for the night. because she was saying hi to my hubby home. Kathy has gone home for the night. She is not feeling fantastic. So yeah, she needs to get over this possible pneumonia mess that's plaguing her. Laura says, Andrew, yes, I did. I emailed her immediately. Awesome. I missed something, but that's okay. Yes, I agree, Chloe. Sorry to hear that, Laura. I hope he finds out soon. You guys are fantastic. You guys really are. I did look while I was at Missouri Star to see if they had the one thing that I needed. That is on my wish list, like actively on my wish list, that I need for an upcoming project, and they didn't have it. I did actively look. I do still need to get my wish list uploaded so you guys have access to the links for my wish list, so you guys can see what's on my wish list and what I am planning to do. Everybody saying hi to everybody else. You guys are fantastic. You guys are fantastic. Golly. I can tell I am tired. We are going to sew until I cannot sew. That is what we are doing tonight. We're going to sew until I cannot sew. Or until 10 o'clock here. Because that is in an hour and 5 minutes. Oh, I'm definitely going to be running on empty tonight when I get in bed. I'm going to get off of here, maybe find some decent food. I think Pam was the one saying that, yeah, crap snacks are, kind of requirement for road trips. I mean, we packed Lunchables, so don't get me wrong, we didn't pack just all crap. And we packed, like, smarter snacks, like, the popcorners are better for us than the potato chips. We went through an entire bag of popcorners, though, on this trip. An entire bag plus some. Because Tom got into his bag, and then he left it in the back, and he was getting into my bag. Popcorners are so addictive. If you guys have not had them yet, if you like popcorn, but you hate the husk and the shell and all of that, popcorners are the answer. Whatever question you have, popcorners are the answer. They're so addictive, though. They're so addictive. I don't eat them at home very much, but they are fantastic for on the road. Oh. So, my nephew and my brother-in-law and their respective families are looking at coming out here next summer. And I have got to come up with what all we are going to do while they are here. I get to come up with a list. I get to be a tour guide. Isn't that a scary thought? Me, hyperactive squirrel, being a tour guide? I'll let my husband take over quite a few of the shifts. Believe me. I will let him do his thing. He's better at it than I am, I think. I think he is. We may actually only run till like 9:30. Just because of my exhaustion level. Because I still need to get a shower too before bed. I literally, right before this live, walked in and made sure I could get logged in. And then I commented that we'd start on time. And then went and changed clothes and talked to my dad for a minute and then got on here. So, yeah. It's been a day. It's been a day. So part of the trip back, and I know a lot of you can relate to this. Part of the trip back, we came across there. So we're on the interstate and we're driving. Obviously driving. We're not parked on the interstate. Thank goodness. That would be kind of weird, kind of not good. But we were driving on the interstate. And I didn't catch whether he was a state trooper or Missouri police or what he was. but he had blue and red flashy lights. So, you know, official vehicle. And he had some kind of police something or other. And he was dressed in all police garb and all that. He was parked on the interstate, blocking both lanes for our direction, northbound. And he was waving us all onto the off-ramp. So we're like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll get off on the off-ramp. You know, we don't see anything that's going on. We don't know what's going on. But there's no, you know, we don't see anything wrong. So we get off on the off-ramp. And some people are turning right. Some people are turning left. But then you can go straight. Oh, Laura says, honestly, I don't know how you were able to even sit in a chair after a road trip like that. I'd need a week to recover. So I do, when we do trips like this, if we can manage it, I do a 4 hour rotation. So I will drive for 4 hours, and I take the earliest shift. I always take the earliest shift. I will get us out of town, get us past whatever big city. So like if we were going south through Denver, I would get us past Denver, and then I'll park and let him take over. If I'm driving by myself, this is a whole other issue. A whole other issue. Oh, you won something. Okay, that's what everybody's doing the congrats for. Yay. Congrats, Laura. Whatever you've won, congrats. But so when my husband drives, I know it's bad for him and I know it's dangerous, so please don't come at me. But the only way that I can get comfortable is to put my feet up on the dash. I have to do it because I have to raise my feet up. If I don't raise my feet up every 4 to 6 hours, I will start having massive amounts of nerve pain in my legs to the point that I can't. Oh, you won a turn pack. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Yay. I'm excited for you. I'm jealous, but I'm excited for you. So I drive 4 hours, and then the husband or whoever's with me takes over and drives 4 hours, and then I can come back and drive again. So like I take shifts, and as long as I can put my feet up for those 4 hours, I'm good. So like we don't go through any big towns, big cities or whatever when my husband is driving. We are going through no stop and go traffic. I don't put my feet on the dash if there's stop and go traffic or if there's bad weather or anything like that. It is always clear, dry weather, no visual issues, no construction zones. Like it is like open road with no issues. Then I will put my feet up on the dash. But I do that so that my feet rest and so I don't have nerve pain. I broke my toe as a teenager, and one of the nerve pain issues that is usually my first indicator that I'm going to have other issues coming up is my big toe that I broke hurts like I re-broke it. So it is just my big toe that hurts like that. But taking that 4 hour break, putting my feet up, my feet don't swell. It gives my whole nervous system a chance to relax and recover. And then I can go back to doing it again. I can go back to driving again. So a 12-hour trip. I drove the first 4 hours on the way out. He drove 4 hours, and then I took over the last 4 hours. So, like, potty breaks and, fuel stops and all of that. We'll do whatever we need to do whenever we need to do it for the trip. But that is when my husband and I are driving together somewhere, that is how we do it. When I'm driving by myself, it's a whole nother matter. I would not be functional if I drove the entire trip by myself. That is so exciting that you won a turn pack. I'm very jealous though. I seriously thought about buying turn packs. The turn packs that were on sale at Missouri Star. I seriously thought about buying them while I was there. And then I backed out, and I don't know why. Like, I guess I decided that I just really didn't need it that badly. Maybe I thought I was going to just, because it was spending money on the other things or something. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Welcome in, Lori. She says hi to you. You made it. Welcome, welcome. So I did go ahead and go over the synopsis from the Missouri Star Quilt Company trip. So if you want to see that, you will have to watch the replay. My brain is too fried to repeat everything. Everybody that's in the chat would have to remind me of everything that I've said. But welcome, glad you are here. So glad you are here. All these little bitty pieces, guys. They're so tiny. They're so tiny. But they're not hard to sew. They're not hard to sew because you're just snowballing corners with them. So it's not like you got a whole lot of things to do with them. So it's not as bad of sewing as you might think if you were just looking at the pattern. I am working right now on just doing a little bit of catch-up sewing that I didn't get done on Thursday on Land That I Love. I will continue more on this on Thursday. I don't know exactly what I'm working on Tuesday, but I will figure it out by then. I will definitely figure it out by Tuesday. Oh, everybody saying hello. Hello, hello. Oh. But yeah, so that's how I do it, Lori, or Laura. That is how I do it. That's the secret to being able to do the long road trip is the swapping out. Now, when I took my stepdaughter back to Mississippi, I had to do that trip by myself. She's not of driving age yet, so she couldn't drive even part of it. Lori says she's catching up on laundry. You can come do some of mine too. I have a whole bunch. I just need to empty my whole suitcase in the laundry room. We did not plan on being gone for 2 whole days. We were planning to go down there, go meet with them, hang out, have dinner, give them the quilt. So sorry. And then come back the next day. So we were supposed to come back yesterday. And no, that did not happen. That did not happen. The detour to the basketball scrimmage and to the Missouri Star Quilt Company. Andrew says that she ran out of money before I could buy fabric for Land That I Love, so I'm going to have to go with what I have in my stash. Absolutely. I am going to make another one of these. But I'm going to wait until I've got this one. My visa has been to Missouri Star many times, says Lori. Oh, well, I actually got to go into the shops. That was kind of my Christmas. Was just getting to go see what all was there and spend less than reasonable amounts of money. Couldn't spend reasonable amounts. Have to spend less than reasonable amounts. And I heard my phone going off. Bear with me. Let me silence it. Okay, that was the nephew. Let me make sure. He's checking to make sure we're home. All right, that is done. Everything else can wait. All right. Yeah, I went to check in to go, start buying things. And they asked me for my email address. And so I start giving them my email address. Guys, I've already been to Missouri Star too. My first giveaway on the channel was a $25 gift card to Missouri Star Quilt Company. And Sean, from the guy who sews, won that gift card. And so my information was already in their files and I had no ideas. You didn't, Pam. I didn't really say much. She said, you delivered a quilt, right? Did I miss how they liked it? No, you did not miss that. So the baby quilt, I met with both parents, got to meet the baby, didn't get to hold her, but that's okay. She's only 4 weeks. I don't want to give any germs to a 4-week-old baby. And then got to meet the 2.5-year-old that I made a quilt for when she was born. So the parents absolutely love their quilt, the baby's quilt. The other quilt is for my sister-in-law, so my nephew's mom. And she will get hers over Thanksgiving. So he has been given instructions that I want a video of her opening her quilt. So we will see over Thanksgiving holidays. So I don't know yet. I don't know how she likes it yet. I think she'll like it. When my husband brought the quilts over and gave them to my nephew to load into the car so that they could go home with them, he's like, "That's a big quilt." I said, "Well, it's queen size." Talking about my sister-in-law's quilt. So I will have 3 more quilts to do for that section of family. That is a guaranteed that I have offered and promised. We are going to do high school graduation quilts for each of the 3 girls. One is currently a junior in high school. The other is 2.5 and hasn't started kindergarten yet. So we have a few years for the second and third ones. Because the third one is just now 4 weeks old. So yeah. She's so precious. So precious. It's been a really long time since I've had a little one like that. But I definitely did not want to pass on. I mean, I handle a dog all day with my service dog. I'm not going to use 3 million bottles of hand sanitizer because I can't handle the smell of it. So I'd rather the infant get her germs from people she lives with already, versus getting it from someone who came from 2 states, 3, 4 states away, however many states away. Welcome in, Christina. She says, "Good morning, good early morning from Sweden. It's 5 a.m. here." Wow, very cool. Very cool. Sweden is a place I have not yet visited. Of course, I haven't visited any place overseas yet. I kind of want to. I just haven't had a chance to. Well, welcome in. Always glad to have my international subscribers. Very glad to have you. 5 a.m. That's about what time I woke up. No, well, kind of. I woke up at, leaving here to go to Missouri, I woke up at 1:30 in the morning. So by 5, I was already to the state line by then, I think. Yeah, I think I was already to the state line. Something like that. I was close. If I wasn't at the state line yet, I was really darn close. So tonight we've been talking, if you haven't been on here long, we've been talking about my trip to Missouri Star Quilt Company. It was definitely a bucket list experience because I've been to Paducah. Absolutely love Paducah, Kentucky. I've actually been during Quilt Week, which is absolutely crazy. The entire city turned into Quilt Town. Oh, awesome! Christina says that in March she will be in North Carolina. Awesome. Katie says that Sweden ranks in the top 5 places of best places to live and be happy. That is awesome. Oh, okay. Oh, night, Mona. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Bye, Mona. Good night. Good night. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. Gosh, I'm trying to think. What time did I actually wake up? You know what? Let me check my phone because I still have my alarm. My alarm this morning was 6:15, which was 5:15 this time. So I have been up for 12 plus 4, 16 and a half hours, something like that. Pam says, "Katie, you know some amazing facts." She does. She does. She's international. She gets to. I don't get to know all the international ones. I learned some, but I don't. My brain only has so much room, and right now I am flooded with quilting. Absolutely flooded with quilting. One of the things that I've got to work on in the new year is getting everything set up for my Quilt of Valor group to start sewing on Saturdays, whenever we are able to do that. So we can kind of start getting some fundraising done and getting fabric and batting and supplies, so that we can keep going and keep producing quilts for veterans. Katie says, "Yeah, that's because I read a lot, Pam." You do, Katie. I don't have time to read a lot. I really don't. I wish I did. I really do. But reading and maintaining is where my problem is. I can read something but not retain it. Andrea says, Katie and Jess, I've been working on the pattern you're testing, but it probably will be another week before it is ready for you. So Andrea says it will be another week before you guys can start. So you guys have another week to breathe before you then dive in and sew like a mad squirrel scientist and get it done so we can all have another pattern out for us to play with. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yep, I'm going to need a long shower after all of this. Katie says, Andrea, take your time. I can't speak for Jess, but no need to rush. We'll be ready when you are. Work takes all of my brain cells, so after that my data bank is overfull. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, Pam. I'm not working. But yeah, my data bank is definitely full. Katie says, I believe in educating myself as much as I can. I bet that helps when you were doing all your tour guiding in the summer, Katie. I bet that helps a lot. I retain little bits and pieces in different markets. Like I can't, I just remembered that my husband asked me to text him something that I did not text him. That I did not in fact text him. And I don't know, I don't know if he needs it still or not. Let me see. Where it is. Is that what I sent him for? There we go. That's what I sent him for. Okay. I am so sorry, you guys. Okay, there we go. Katie says, living in another country has opened my eyes to a great many things for sure. Absolutely. Jess also says, no rush, Andrea. I'm just waiting on yardage requirements. I have a project with it. Awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I will get to do, so the great niece, the oldest great niece is, or the oldest great niece that I'm making graduation quilt for is a junior this year. So I have just over a year to get her high school graduation quilt done. Katie says, yes, it does help with my tour guiding. Learning helps me to be a better guide, especially when telling facts mixed with stories. You have to be good at telling stories without being boring about it. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that. That would take a lot of emotional energy that I don't know. I don't know if I could handle. I'm just being real. Just being real and honest. I don't know if I could do it. Oh my gosh. Okay. No. Oh. Alright. He went to go pick up something that is on a deal or special sale or something. And, yeah. Wanting to make sure that he can get what he needs. Katie says, looks like me and Jess are on the same page. Yes, you guys are. You guys are. See, if she would, like, extend the time frame for the mystery quilts, that would totally work, too. Oh, my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Alright, so the husband is on his way back home. So we have been driving all day, and he went back out to go get stuff. Andrea says that when I send my husband after something, I get at least 5 text messages from him, and then he ends up getting the wrong thing, or he gets 5 when I only needed 1. My problem is, so I found something. It was through the Walmart app. Being live in YouTube is harder. Guiding people in person is easier. Not necessarily. I think you equate it to being easier. It is not easier for me. When I am in person, I probably rush a lot more than I do on YouTube. And I rush on YouTube. I know I do. Katie says, geez, my typing is horrid tonight. No worries. No worries. So, no, I sent him something that is part of his Christmas that he needs to go get. Because I don't really want to hear him complaining about what he doesn't have that he needs. So, this is part of his Christmas, so he's got to go get it. Because I'm not getting back out tonight. I am done. I am toast. I'm done. So he will get that. Plus he'll get like 5 or 6 other items at least. That I didn't ask for or didn't want. But the one item that I sent him for, if I don't send him an aisle number, he can't find it. Unfortunately, I have to get through all the sections before I can figure fabric requirements. I'm on section 2 of 6, says Andrea. That is not bad. If you're on section 2, that means you've got one section down 100%. That is all that means. That is awesome. My temperature quilt fabric requirements are going to be different too. Because it's not going to be exact numbers because there's no real way to do exact numbers. So you guys are going to get what you're going to get. It's not going to be horrid, I promise. It's going to be a lot of fabric, but it's not going to be horrid. And you can definitely pull from your stash too. So if you are interested in doing the double wedding ring temperature quilts, my goal is to have that out by January 1st. Typical husband, says Christina. Yes, right? I mean, I can send him, sometimes even aisle numbers don't help find stuff at Wally World. I think that's the problem, because what I sent him was the aisle number. So we have 2 different Walmarts in town. One is serviced out of Salt Lake City, and so it's serviced out of Utah. The other one here in town, the same town, 15 minutes away, 7 miles away, is served out of Denver. So one Walmart has some merchandise and the other Walmart has other merchandise. So you might find something at one Walmart that you don't find at the other. Or if one Walmart is out, the other one might have it in stock. And it's not just because people on one side of town buy this particular item more than they buy it at the other store. It is because the one store might order more and it doesn't sell, or the other store doesn't order enough and they just sell out, or, it could be any number of combinations. But I guaranteed if you can't find it at one of the stores, you can go to the other one and they probably have it. And we are central for the state. So Gillette has its own Wyoming. Rock Springs has its own. Cheyenne has multiple Walmarts. But we are so central for the state that there's a lot of towns and cities. Well, they're not really cities. There's a lot of towns whose residents come to us to come shop. So, depending on which store they want to go to will dictate, what kind of merchandise they find when they come into town. So having to is not a bad thing. But so I can send him aisle numbers for the one closest to our side of town, which is, no joke, 5 minutes less, or 5 minutes away, if that. And that is counting going down the elevator and walking to the car, and then walking inside the store once you find a parking spot. It is not that far away from here. I can send him the aisle numbers and he still can't find it. If I go in there with the aisle numbers, 9 times out of 10 I can find it. And I don't know if it's because things get stuffed behind other things or what the deal is, but it's okay. He did say he found it. He found it at the other store, so he's driven all across town tonight, guys, after driving off and on all day today with me. He is the trooper. Of course, he can see at night. I can't see very well this late at night. My mother called Walmart Satan store. Lol. I can understand why. Walmart is not exactly friendly when it comes to sensory overload. I can walk in there and immediately get sensory overload. I will say this. He's determined. Yes, he is. He is very determined. And when he is determined, you can count that he will find something. And even if it's not what he originally looked for, he will find something. But he said he found what I sent him for. So, we'll see. But I have not been inside of a Walmart anywhere in this country since 2014 without a service dog. I cannot physically make it into the store. Oh my gosh, Judy. I am so going to have to tell him that. She said, I just tell my husband to use his woman eyes instead of man eyes. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get in so much trouble, but that is so hilarious. I will absolutely use it. Absolutely using that one. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So speaking of random things, my husband tends to say weird stuff. I mean, just weird stuff. When we were living in Alabama many years ago, one of the apartments we were living in, we walked the dogs, and I had 2 dogs at the time. I had my service dog and my service dog in training, and we walked them, and there were always cats at the dumpsters. So when we walked past the dumpster area, the dogs would look at the dumpsters looking for cats because the cats would run. They'd see the dogs and they'd run. And one of the nights we were walking the dogs, he told the dogs to stop looking like they got eyes. He literally told the dogs to stop looking like they got eyes. So we use that one repeatedly. Andrea says he cannot even find stuff at home. It can be right in front of him, right where he put it, and still cannot find it. I do not know where he left it, but I can go look and find it every time, right? Oh, Chloe's calling it a night. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Or are you calling it a night on the clues? Because she says she's almost done with clue 3. Let's see. Katie says, when I lived in Florida, I'd go shopping after midnight in Walmart, especially around the holiday times. I couldn't deal with all the rude people during those rush hour time frames. Yeah, no, I couldn't either. And Walmart is no longer 24 hours. The husband and I used to go, since COVID, yep. They all close at 11 p.m. So there are no 24-hour Walmarts anymore. So if you are awake at 2 a.m. and you can't find something to do, my husband and I used to go walk around Walmart at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, but we can't do that anymore. I always ask my husband if you look behind the milk, he can't find anything ever, says Laura. So on this trip, we're pulling into a hotel, and it's the second hotel, and it's not a bad hotel. I mean, it's not the Ritz-Carlton. It's not, mints on your pillow kind of hotel, but it's not slumming it, if you want to call it that. It's not right by the train tracks listening to the train roll through town. And it's not, people hanging out outside smoking and asking if you, need company for the night kind of place. It's not that kind of place. So it's not, it's none of that. But it's definitely not upscale. So we're driving up to it, and he says, oh great, and the doors open to the outside. So instead of a hotel where you walk inside the building, walk down to your room, and go into your room on the inside, this hotel was set up where the doors open directly to a sidewalk on the outside of the building. So you are not having to interact necessarily with anyone else. You can go straight from your room to your car, leave your car open while you're unloading your things into the room, that kind of place. And he looks at me, he says, oh great, we're going to have to park outside. I just looked at him, and I said, as opposed to what? And he thought about it, and guys, this parking outside thing is new, apparently. Oh my gosh. Judy says, Andrew, my husband is the same way. That's why I tell him to use his womanize. Pam says, I used to love late night shopping at Walmart. Right? That is the time to go. Because you can, that's the time that you find all the weird stuff people have put in the weird spots. Like you can go shopping in the craft department and find the jewelry that they picked up and left in the craft department because they decided they weren't going to put it back and they weren't going to take it with them. You can find, oh my gosh, just anything. You can find anything when you're late night shopping at Walmart, but they just don't offer that anymore. And I'm so bummed. I am so bummed because that would absolutely be when I would go. Because 2 a.m. shopping at Walmart, there's nothing like it. And our kids, guys, our young ones will never know what Walmart 24 hours is like. It's like a thing of the past now for them. And I feel so dejected for them that they will never know what it's like to walk Walmart at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, Andrew says, exactly, Laura. In the refrigerator, if it's not in plain view when he opens the door, it's not in there. Okay, so we have our top shelf of our refrigerator here. And this is the only place we've ever done this. So I don't know what's changed for us. But in this refrigerator, the top shelf is my drinks on one half of the shelf and his drinks on the other half. So like my Dr. Peppers, my Powerades, my occasional canned soda, like a Sprite or 7-Up or whatever, is all on my side of the fridge. But it's on that top shelf. And then his drinks are supposed to take up the other half of the fridge on that top shelf. Guys, why do I have this much space in the fridge for my drinks and he has this much space in the fridge for his drinks? It's because he keeps putting drinks in there and they can't find them. The Walmart in Lake City looks so worn out and old. They do. So my mom used to work at a Walmart. And when we still lived in Alabama before we moved, there were a couple of times we went to the Walmart where she used to work. Oh my gosh. It looks so amazingly different from when I remember it growing up. It wasn't a super center when they originally built it. So they had to adapt it and add on to the building to make it a super center. I mean, it does not look like a Walmart anymore. It looks so weird. I mean, it is still Walmart when you get in there, but there's just so much about it that is just not right. Because it was not meant to be set up like that. Lori Clark says, Walmart 24 hours, really? Not up here in Canada. No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Laura says, Andrea, I think we were married to the same man. Andrea says, lol. If so, I feel sorry for you, Laura. Oh. See, y'all just need to go find yourself decorators. You just need to go find yourself a decorator. Now, don't get me wrong. The man has his faults, but I don't think any human alive does not have their faults. Laura says, you have my condolences to Andrea. Judy says, my husband gets a fruit crisper drawer for his drinks. If it's not in there, he can't find his drinks. So the fruit crisper drawers and the vegetable drawers. So we have a meat and cheese drawer. This is what the apartment came with. I did not buy this fridge. I hate this fridge, but this is what it has. So it has the shelves on the door, and of course the butter one. Then it has the fruit and vegetable crisper drawers at the bottom. And then it has a meat and cheese drawer. When I go to put meat and cheese in the fridge, if I need to, I put it in the meat and cheese drawer. Do you know that both of those crisper drawers down below have meats and cheeses in them? Because that's where he puts them. And that's where he looks for them too. So, like my sliced cheese that I make my own Lunchables with, that's in the meat and cheese. That's in the vegetable crisper drawer. It's not in the meat and cheese drawer. The meat and cheese drawer has breakfast meat. So it has bacon and sausage and things like that in it. The rest of the meats, like bologna or sandwich meat or anything else, goes anywhere else in the fridge except that meat and cheese drawer. He does not use the meat and cheese drawer for what it is meant to be used for. We waste a lot of fridge space, just putting it that way. Andrea says, yes, Judy, the bottom crisper is for his beer. Oh, goodness. Oh, you know, that would be fantastic tonight if I wasn't taking meds. Oh, my gosh. You guys have got me tempted. I so want something to help me relax, but I can't take it with my meds. Gosh darn it. All right, we are now clipping the little snowball corners off. Judy and Andrea, you are cracking me up, right, Pam? Absolutely. They have got me. Absolutely got me. Oh, the husband is home. And the puppy is distracted. Who's home? Is that Dad? You better go find out. You better go see. Who is it? Who is it? You gonna go see? I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't expecting the bark. Now you guys have officially heard him bark. And that is what he does when he barks. He barks once, and that is it. Unless it's like the FedEx guy at the front door. That's a whole nother bark. That is like the ongoing, Mom, it is an intruder bark. This is just a, I'm startled bark. Andrea says our meat and cheese drawer is full of all the packages of condiments from the fast food restaurants he goes to. He always comes home with a half a bag full. I told him they do not need to be refrigerated. Oh, but they last longer that way, Andrea. Oh, they last longer. Oh, gosh. So, my next thing on these, I will go ahead and do, and then we'll get off of here. Because I am going to need that shower. I'm so going to need that shower. Road travel will wear you out and wear you down so fast. I need to, like, sleep in tomorrow, but I can't. Lori says that her husband is on the couch snoring. A free couch comes with him along. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There was one, it was, the boyfriend couldn't decide, or was offering, or the girlfriend doesn't get along with the dog, so he was offering, you know, her up for auction. But he was offering the girlfriend, not the dog. Let's see. Christine says, what a funny batch. Oh, we are. We are. Absolutely. You have come to the Laugh Central. And I am normally much more animated than I am tonight. Andrea says, I have 2 refrigerators, so I have room for food. Oh, Laura. Oh my gosh. She says her husband also puts all the condiments in their refrigerator. Oh my goodness. You guys are cracking me up so much. So what I'm doing now, in case you guys are wondering, is my half square triangles that I've sewn. I am just cutting those apart. On what would be the drawn line, I'm just cutting from point to point. And it'll be close enough. It'll be what it'll be. Judy says he puts the condiments in the butter shelf. Once a month I put them in the garbage. Never could figure out why he has to keep them. He never uses them. The only ones that I keep from anywhere are honey mustard. Because every place has their own take on honey mustard. And sometimes I want the flavor of, say, Chick-fil-A honey mustard. I don't go to Chick-fil-A very often because that is 2.5 hours away. But sometimes I want the flavor of that. Sometimes I want the flavor of Arby's honey mustard. You know, you got to have them all. But they don't get refrigerated. They go in the drawer. And I actually went to pull one out the other day. And I don't know how old it was, but it was no longer any good. So refrigerator might not be a bad thing for them. They don't say that they need them. If they're being used soon, they don't need it. if they're going to be sitting for a couple of months, like mine probably were, maybe they do. Andrea says that she started using the fire sauce from Taco Bell and the hot chili sauce from Panda in hot chili beans that I can for him. That's hilarious, Andrea. That's perfect. That's a perfect use for them. Oh, why waste it? Why waste it? That's a good use. That's a really good idea. I don't tend to collect them though. Like I if I'm going to collect them, I have to go intending to get that and make sure that I'm bringing it home, that kind of thing. I will say we accidentally left some Chick-fil-A honey mustard in the door of the back, of like the drink holder part of the door in one of the vehicles, not my vehicle. And it got squished and it got all messy. That was a big mess to clean out. It was not very fun to clean out. I'd much rather have them at home and have them all in one location versus in the car. So there could be worse. There could be worse. Not leaving them in the car is a good idea. All right. Last one, and then we're going to chat for just a minute, and then I'm going to call it quits for the night. Oh, it has been a day, you guys. Oh, it's been a day. So I still need to go replace this. That might be what I'm doing tomorrow, is replacing my blacklight flashlight. If you guys do not know, a blacklight flashlight can show you what is the front and what is the back when you're working with white on whites, or cream on creams, like if they're hard to see, just from the very nature of the fabrics, the way that they're printed, it can be kind of hard to tell sometimes what is front and what is back. A blacklight flashlight will help you tell what is supposed to be the front and what is supposed to be the back. Andrea says 3 packages of fire and 1 package of chili sauce in each quart with 1 cup of dry beans and water and 1 teaspoon canning sauce makes a quart of red hot chili beans. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know if he'd eat them or not. If he would eat them, I might get that recipe from you. Because we do have Taco Bell. So we could get them. Let's see. So what am I going to do? Tuesday night, canning salt, not sauce. Okay, gotcha. So I guess I'll let you guys vote. You guys are my Sunday night crew. You guys get to vote. When I pull out a project for Tuesday, do you guys want me to pull out something that you guys have seen me work on before and you want to see progress on it? Or do you want me to pull out something you guys have not seen and see what I'm doing with it? So put in the chat, if you are still in the chat, let me know. Do you want to see me work on something that you've seen before or something that I've worked on the channel before, so you guys can see progress on it and see where I'm at with it? Or do you want me to pull out a completely new project that you guys have not seen, that I was gifted, or something like that you guys have not seen yet? Just let me know. Thank you, Katie. She says y'all hit that thumbs up like button to help me out. Thank you. Not seen before, says Chloe. All right, so we got 1 vote for something you guys have not seen before. I've got quite a few quite a few project boxes of things that you guys have not seen. And these are projects that I've gotten, really? Wow. Yeah, I'm tired. Not seen before, says Pam. Awesome. Andrew says something new to give me a chance to catch up with you on land that I love. Oh, you do not have to worry about catching up. Okay, so everybody wants to see something that they've not seen before. That is the overall, that or surprise. Okay. Let's see. I got like 3 or 4 projects at least that I can pull out. Awesome. New, not seen, awesome. One thing that I am going to start doing, probably starting in December, I'm thinking, is I will work on an applique project, at least 1 Tuesday night a month. I've got a lot of applique stuff that I'm just putting off. So you guys will get to start seeing how I'm doing applique. I'm going to be doing some as raw edge, some as turned under. I'm not actually going to do it as needle turn. I can't physically maneuver the needle like I should be able to for needle turn. My hand therapy is working, but it is definitely not there yet, so I physically cannot do that. But one Tuesday night a month, I am going to start doing applique. It's not going to be this upcoming Tuesday. I need to get some Wonder Under or something like that before I get going with all of those. But you guys will start seeing some applique here on the channel too. So you guys get to see what I'm doing with them. I've got 20 blocks out of 24 for the Wyoming State Quilt Shop Hop that are all applique. So those will probably be the first ones that I work on, just so you guys know. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for hanging out. For giving me the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whichever one you gave me. Thank you. I appreciate it. It doesn't show me who does what, but I really do appreciate the interaction with my channel. It really does help my YouTube stats. Keeps YouTube pushing me out there to new subscribers, so everybody gets a chance to see my content and see what's going on here. So yeah, we will pull out something new that you guys have not seen before on Tuesday. So I'll see you guys Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And thank you, Pam. She says, good night. Glad you got home safe and sound. Yep. And I'm going straight into that shower here in just a minute. But I will see you guys Tuesday night and then be back Thursday night as well for another edition of Land That I Love. If you are not caught up, do not panic. You have time to catch up, so you are good. Thank you guys so much for being here.